It's Shelly. Of course, I don't have my lighting right, and my closet door is open. Um, so I just wanted to talk a little bit about the law of attraction and when things start to click with you, because things have been clicking away in my life, and it's been pretty amazing. So I'm gonna put this phone down here. I just wanted to light things up a little. Okay, so not sure who's watching, and if you want to comment, feel free to do so. I'm gonna try to figure out where my comments are because hmm. Um oh, hi Valerie. I can see the comments. Yay! I got my hair up so it looks crazy. Um so I was just going to talk about when it starts clicking. So I learned about the law of attraction. It's been 12 years ago. I kind of always knew about it, but I really found out about it about 12 years ago. And the year that followed that was pretty amazing. We ended up going to Disney World and spending 11 days there and just thriving and doing really great. And then my husband went to his own business, and we repeatedly said to each other and to other people, we are going to make this business work even if we have to go bankrupt and lose the house. And we said that enough that um, it became, this shirt's being weird. It became the truth of our life. And we went bankrupt and we lost the house. And we were forced to move to the big city for work and to get our lives back in track. And we have been here in the big city now for just over 7 years. And we've just been working and working and working to get our lives back on track. And as far as our relationship and what our kids are doing and everything, it's been great. um, Spiritually, I've just been getting better and better. I'll be 47 this year. I turned 40 the year that we moved here. um, and I was just like, 40 was awesome. My 40s were great. I was looking forward to so much. But this entire time that we were doing really good, we were still struggling financially. And it was just always that thing. It was always just like we get a little ahead, and the car would need new tires, or the dog would get sick, or one of the kids would need money for some field trip or club, or it was just like it was just like, and we would say that, oh, if it's not one thing, it's another. And it's what, when you do that, when you put that out there, oh, we're gonna make this work, or even if we have to lose the house or go bankrupt, or every time we get ahead something comes up. When you're constantly saying that and putting that out in the world, that's what happens. That's your reality. Because what happens in your mind and what you believe becomes your physical reality. So, just recently, in the last, I would say, 6 months, we decided that we were going to set some goals to make it so we could both eventually work from home, which I've been doing since the kids were born. And I've always, even though I was a stay-at-home mom, I always found little jobs or this or that to make money on the side to help out with groceries or mad money or whatever. And so I've taken this eBay business to new heights. And I mean, it's basically like if I went out and got a full-time job right now, I would probably make less than I do selling on eBay. And I work on eBay probably 3 or 4 hours a day at the most right now. And so But even through that, we were still just like hand to mouth, you know, if it wasn't one thing, it was another. And so we had decided that we were going to start making goals. And we had been watching Steven Stuff, the Resale Killers, on their YouTube channel. So if you don't subscribe to them, do it if you're any sort of eBayer or reseller or just want to see a married couple that are doing awesome financially, relationship wise, everything. I mean, they're a hoot. They're so fun to watch. I start watching their videos and it's like I'm just sitting here watching. I'm like, I got stuff to do, you know? And so a lot of times I'll just have them on while I'm listing too, which is helpful. But sometimes I'm just like, it's like watching TV. I'm like, I gotta do something productive. I'm just sitting here watching them. But anyways, they kind of inspired us to do what we're starting to do. And in that transition and setting those goals, we really decided that we needed to get real with our finances and our bills and get honest with each other, because that was one of the things that we kind of still had in our relationship was we weren't very honest with each other about money, and it would cause lots of issues and stuff. And we just got, you know, we like, well, he wrote out the bills and he put them on the fridge. He's like, I'm not going to hide this anymore. You know, I want all of us to know where we're at financially. And it's like, it's that old saying, you know, if you want different results, you have to do things differently. You can't keep doing the same thing and saying the same thing and thinking the same thing and expecting anything to change. And we just started making these little changes with these goals in mind. And it has been amazing and incredible. And the financial situation for us that has, I mean, I can't even explain it. Like, you know, he's just like, my paycheck's way more than I thought it was going to be, you know, and it's like, you know, I have a little side business where I do business loans. Um, I'm just pretty much like a bird dog for this company. So if I bring them a company, a business, an established business that is looking for a loan, it's a short-term loan for established businesses. It's a really good deal. If I bring them someone or someone clicks on my link and goes to them and they fund their loan, I get paid. So I had been doing that for a while, like a few months ago. I'm not really a salesperson, so I was just doing a lot of Craigslist searching and emailing people and stuff. And out of nowhere in this whole process, I got a commission from that. I was just like, it just keeps happening like that. And instead of, you know, going, oh my God, why is this happening? How is it? I'm just going, I'm so grateful this is happening. It just keeps flowing and flowing and flowing. And right now we're buying a lot of inventory. I've got tons of stuff to list. I just won, well, the company that I'm buying my inventory through does auctions. I just won another auction today and paid for it in full, and it's going to be on its way soon. And it's just been really, really awesome. So I just wanted to share this because I guess the point of this video is, number one, we made some goals. And they weren't far-fetched goals. They weren't winning the lottery. They weren't, you know, driving a Ferrari and living in a mansion. They were, let's get, you know, him home permanently. Let's revamp our finances as far as how we deal with each other and how we deal with paying our bills. And then we just did it and we allowed it to happen. And in that shift, you can call it a shift or it clicked or whatever. We got into a new vibration with finances. So we weren't anymore, I wasn't wondering if he paid this bill because, like, our internet can be spotty and sometimes the internet would go down and my instinct, my knee-jerk reaction was to call him and go, did you pay the internet bill? That is no longer an issue. And what's kind of amazing about it, because I would say 90% of the time he would say, yes, I paid the internet bill. It just must be out again. since we've done all this, the internet doesn't go out anymore, which is like just another perk that I just thought about. Like, our internet was spotty all the time. We were constantly having to restart the router and all this other stuff, or modem, or whatever the hell it is. And so, just stuff like that. Like, now if the internet goes down, I know it goes down because, the connection isn't good or something, and it's like, there is more than enough money in all of our accounts right now. And that hasn't happened in years, literally. It's just been amazing. So, babbling. Back on track here. My point to this video, because I had a couple people asking me, I did my tarot reading video last night on Facebook Live, and a couple of people were like, what are you doing differently? And so what we're doing differently is we are treating it differently, we are thinking about it differently, and we're allowing it to happen. Like, it just came because we allowed it to happen and we decided to do things differently. It just like arose. I mean, it just like blossomed. Like, there was just, I don't know how else to describe it. It's just been amazing. And so now my new challenge, because I am like daily grateful for it. I talk to my husband about it. I talk to my kids about it. I talk about it on, YouTube and Facebook, how grateful I am for allowing this abundance and being abundant and having more than enough. And now I'm like, okay, my next thing, because everything is pretty darn good in my life. I mean, there's bumps everywhere, but they just are bumps now. They're not like hills, they're not walls, they're just bumps that I can step over or hop over, or, sometimes I roll around on them for a minute and then, but anyways, oh my God, I just totally lost track of my, oh, my little monkey mind. Okay, so the next thing that I want to work on is my body. And so I know that so many of us have issues with our weight, and, like, I'm looking at my hair right now, like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing a video with my hair up like this. And this great light behind me that makes my ears glow. It's like, whatever. But so I, as a child and a teenager and even a young adult, never struggled with weight. I could eat everything in the house and I wouldn't gain a pound. I was like 120 to 125 all through high school. Tiny, I wouldn't even say tiny, just, in shape, flat belly, nice legs, blah, blah, blah. And when I got into my, I got probably, I just noticed it like my early 20s, just, I want to say that like the freshman 15, but I didn't go to college, so I can't say that. But anyways, probably was up around 130, 135, but it never ever was I like, oh, I better lose weight. It was just like, okay, this is just part of life. This is who I am. And then when I was 26, I had my first child, and I gained 65 pounds. And when I got pregnant with my second child 4 years later, I weighed 150, and then I gained another 65 pounds. And so my heaviest was, I think I was 221 when I went into labor with the second one. And so since then, I have just fluctuated between like 150 and 190, and just back and forth, and low carb and low calorie, and counting calories, and eating nothing but meat and salad, and then, just going screw it and eating everything in sight. And then I stopped eating wheat, and now I can't really eat wheat because my body isn't tolerant of it anymore. So, I can't, I have to really watch what what I put in my body, or I get really bad belly aches. And so it's just like been just this roller coaster. And I think like a lot of women can relate with this. So you just think of like the next great thing, like, oh, should I do Weight Watchers this time? Maybe that'll stick. Or maybe I should do meal planning. Or maybe I should go back to low carb because I'm a carb addict. Or maybe I should, just work out an hour and a half a day. I could do that, and it's just like, oh my God. So you just go through all of that, and you know, go up and down and wait, and you get miserable and you get happy, and you get miserable getting happy because you're working out or you're eating stuff you don't like. And so I started watching um, Esther Hicks, and she does stuff on law of attraction. I've been watching some of her stuff on losing weight. And so the thing that I'm learning about the whole weight thing is it's all in your head. And it's, and I'm as I'm saying this, I can hear you all just going, oh yeah, sure it is. Like, you don't understand my chemistry, or you don't understand my issues with food, or you don't understand my biological makeup or whatever. And so she said, we all have that friend that you go to a party with and they eat everything in sight, that you go out to dinner with and they're getting, an entree and dessert, and they're drinking full calorie drinks, and they're teeny tiny people. And it's like, and they don't have any medical stuff. It's just who they are. And it's because, she described one of her friends, and she asked her friend, how do you do it? And she goes, because food is my friend. And I just thought about it. Instead of struggling with every day going, okay, I have to, like, I would get in the shower every morning, and I still catch myself doing it. Get in the shower. Of course, you're looking at your body because you get undressed, and you're just like, okay, enough of this crap. From now on, I'm eating low carb. I'm going to work out today. I'm going to go to the mall and walk if I can't walk in the rain, or whatever it is. And you just make all these promises to yourself and demands to yourself, and then the next day you have, like Marley made lemon bars last night, and he made them with the gluten-free flour. So I lived half my day today off of lemon bars. Was that good? Was that food my friend? I don't know. But it's what I did today, and I'm not going to like guilt myself and feel bad. I'm not going to get on the scale and judge myself. I'm going to do what feels good. So I'm just kind of, and I'm not perfect at it, but I'm just starting to, every time I decide to eat, how's this going to feel? This is what she said. How's this going to feel when I eat it? How's it going to feel after I eat it? And how am I going to feel through that whole process? Like, what is it going to be? So if you are, sitting there looking at your pantry, and you can have, the chips and crackers, or you can have the rice cakes. Okay, so how are you going to feel about that? If you have the chips and crackers, oh, it's going to taste so good. If you have the rice cakes, it's going to, some people don't like those at all. Some of them I like. But anyways, so the point of that is, how are you going to feel? If you eat a couple rice cakes, how are you going to feel while you're eating it? You might be like, this is no chip, but it'll do. And then after you're done, you might be like, I'm proud of myself. I just ate rice cakes. But you also might feel like, I'm going to eat the rice cakes, and then I'm going to give in and eat the chips anyways. That's kind of my thought process. So it's like, I'll just have some chips and be satisfied with that. But the difference is, I'm going to have those chips until I feel satisfied with it. I'm not going to sit there and shovel the whole bag in my face. And another thing I've been doing is just drinking lots of water. But that's just because it makes me feel better when my body is hydrated. And it actually keeps me from getting headaches too. So this is just my new little process of trying to figure out where I stand with food and, like your body. It's like you can walk away from your checking account, and you can walk away from other people and relationships, and you can, check out or whatever emotionally if you need to. But, your body's always right there with you, and you have to eat or you're going to starve to death. So yeah, it's a big issue. And um, I think that if you just ask yourself those questions, how am I going to feel when I'm eating it, and how am I going to feel when I'm done eating it, and make those choices. So, are you going to have egg McMuffin this morning, or are you going to, saute yourself up some sausage with a bunch of veggies and just make it healthier? I know I feel a lot better when I eat veggies instead of just pure crap, you know and find the things that make you happy when you eat them, because not like I love Brussels sprouts and zucchini and kale. I mean, like seriously, I like that stuff. And you know everybody else, like especially Brussels sprouts, I'm on my own in this family with that. But find, if you don't like Brussels sprouts but you love broccoli, or you love cabbage, or you love whatever it is. I love parsnips. If you haven't had parsnips, they're so yummy. They're like a combination between a carrot and a potato, and they're so good. And you roast them, and they're yummy. You can also saute them. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna quit babbling now. But I just wanted to share that we are doing so good, and it clicked when we stopped saying what we were gonna do, and we did it, and we set some goals, and we did things differently. That's so important. It's so hard for people to do things differently. You have to go at money, or whatever it is that you're trying to change. You have to change your relationship completely with it. So instead of, oh, gotta, I was telling Scott the other day, I take Marley to his counseling appointment, and like every week I was like, do I have enough in my account to pay the copay to the counselor? Do I have enough gas to go get him at school and take him across town to the appointment? And now it's just like, yeah, there's more than enough money there, and there is. It's not like I'm just faking that. There really is more than enough money in there to do all of that, and it's just been an amazing journey. And it was such a struggle, and it was so hard, and it was so frustrating and confusing. Like, I know this law of attraction thing, and why the hell isn't it working? And it wasn't working because we were doing the same shit that we did every single day. We were talking about what we couldn't afford. It was going through our head. Oh my God, we've got an extra $100 this week. What's going to go wrong that's going to take that $100 away from us? And we have changed all of that, and it's changed everything financially for us. So, and it just keeps getting better. I cannot emphasize enough how grateful and excited I am about it. And that's just it. You have to continue to be excited and grateful for it. I feel like right now, if I took it for granted and just said, "Oh yeah, we got more than enough. We got money now. I can move on," that it would all fall apart. I just keep waking up, and I almost want to pinch myself. We're just doing so good. So I hope in some way my babbling on about it has helped anyone that watches this video. Feel free to comment, subscribe if you want to see when I'm doing any videos, because they'll all be live, because I don't know how to edit videos. And I don't want to learn because it doesn't sound fun at all. But if you want to see when I'm live, if you hit the little bell by the subscribe button, it will give you a notice on your device or computer that I am live. So, and I want to thank Valerie, because she was my one live viewer, and thank you so much. I just totally love your friendship, and I hope that you are feeling so much better, because I know you have been so sick, and I just want to hug you and give you some chicken soup. So, yeah, I'm going to go. Subscribe, like, hit the like button, and hit the bell if you want to see when I'm live again. And I will do eBay stuff, I will do law of attraction stuff, and my tarot stuff will be on my Facebook. So you guys have a great day. Aw, thanks, Valerie. Okay, bye. Happy Thursday.